咁咧就要等少少時間嘅。
OK。
係啦，咁我 keep 住咧就會話俾你聽個人數啊咁樣。我都注意埋。咁而家咧就there's actually 4 people in the channel right now, and the numbers are going up. So we're going to wait for about 30 seconds, and then we're gonna explain something about this. Hey guys. I know. It's actually a special day because I'm not supposed to scope today. So I promise you, this is only going to be the one scope that I will do today, and then you won't see me scoping today. But hey, guess what? We're gonna have a ad hoc whole interview. So right in front of me, we have Titan, Master Titan, and he's also from Hong Kong, and today we're going to do a whole interview with him. So if for the first time joiners, who hasn't seen a whole interview, can you just type HO Hey Haley, type HO if this is your first whole interview that you've ever been to. Hey Ames. We have about 33 people right now. Okay. So did he say ho ho? Ho is my last name. Alright, so I'm assuming, and thanks for the heart. So nobody's typing ho, so I'm guessing everyone has seen one of my whole interviews before, so I don't need to explain too much about it. Now, just to give you a brief background, I'm not new, but hi. Hey, so I do this once in every 2 weeks. Ho is my last name, that's why I brand this as Ho Interview. And what I want to do is I want to interview people living in Hong Kong, asking them about their perspective of Hong Kong, asking about, okay Ames, asking about what they like, what they don't like, and understanding their personal story and all that, right? So in front of us is actually Master Titan Lam.
Hello.
We have about 44 people.
Wow.
Looking at you. So guys, say hi to Master Titan.
Okay, hello everybody. Yeah.
So Master Titan.
Hey.
Yeah. Can you introduce a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so hello everybody, and my name is Titan. So I born in Hong Kong, and when I grow up, like 18, 17 something, I moved to Europe, and I live in Stockholm in Scandinavia, and I travel in Finland and also Sweden and Norway. So then a few years back to Hong Kong, then work here as a martial artist. So actually I started my martial art training from 3-4 years old, and until now I'm 33 years old. So almost around 20 to 30 years. So right now I have my own center teaching Tai Chi and a Tai Chi therapist.
Okay, great. Now, just to let the viewers know, you can ask me questions, but we usually save the Q&A until the later part of the interview. But if I do pick up questions that is relevant to the topic that we're discussing, then I'm going to throw it at Titan and ask him about it. Yeah. And so, Master Titan,
yes.
You lived in Europe for how many years? About when you were young?
Around 3-4 years.
Okay. Yeah. And why did you go to Europe?
Well, because actually many Hong Kong students, when they are studying in Hong Kong, around going to the university, they will choose to study overseas. And most of my colleagues and my friends go to UK, Australia, New Zealand, and I want to do something different. So I choose Sweden, which is nobody goes there. So then I choose to the North Europe, and well, it's amazing. I like the cold weather.
Okay. And what did you study when you were in Sweden?
I study communication and some business aspect, and also study Swedish.
Okay. So you speak Swedish?
In the past, not now anymore.
Okay. So being in Europe, but growing up in Hong Kong, how was the experience like when you first arrived to Sweden or in European countries?
It totally changed my whole life. I mean, you change your whole habits, like you don't get used to in Hong Kong living. I mean, the food and the time difference. I mean, not really the time. It's like the pace, the people working there, the atmosphere, and it totally changed my life. So when I come back to Hong Kong, like the people not recognize me. Hey, where are you from? Are you really from Hong Kong? Because I get used to the pace, the rhythm, the people who live there. So it really changed my mind and the whole life.
Did you like Swedish food?
Oh, perfect. I like the chabullet. The meatball is perfect. Bravo.
So when you had to go there when you were 18, 17 years old?
Yeah.
Okay. Was there anything that you couldn't get used to initially? Like you find it very different in Hong Kong. You're like, I don't know if I like it or not.
Oh, yeah, it's quite funny because the Chinese are a little bit shy and we are very close to, close ourselves. So when the first time I go to Sweden and my friends, very beautiful ladies, come and hug me and said, "Wow, shocking!" and why you hug me? But time flies and then get used to it. It's quite natural. It's like social networking and people hug you. So, but this is quite shocking when the first time I go to Europe and like, oh, why you come and hug me?
The physical intimacy.
Yeah.
That's very different from in Hong Kong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People like shaking hand only in Hong Kong or even just hi, hello.
Are there many Chinese friends? Are there any Chinese in Sweden that you get close with, or do you just hang out with anyone that?
Actually, it's not many Chinese there.
Okay.
They got a little bit. Not many like in US and Vancouver, which is not many people go to Sweden and not Europe. So I met some Chinese, but very seldomly.
Okay. So just to keep you updated, we have about 60 people watching this.
Wow.
And guys, I appreciate the questions, but just to keep the interview smooth, that I'll just ask my questions first. And if you have these special questions you want to ask Master Titan, you can ask it on the later part, yeah? But no, keep the questions coming. And can I put the camera up? Why? Is this not... Okay, is this better? He said Tai Chi has nothing to do with Karate Kid. Okay, open in Chinese. Okay, so you've been living in Sweden, and then what other countries did you live in?
I traveled to France and Paris.
France and Paris.
Also Italy, UK. Well, actually, I travel a lot. I go to almost half of the world. I go to Dubai and go to Japan, Korea, Taiwan. So it's quite lots of places.
So how are you able to travel to so many countries?
Well, because in the past, 10 years ago or like without internet, the people don't know Chinese Kung Fu and martial arts. And I'm a very unique person who are well trained in martial arts. When I still remember the first time I go to Paris and just do a pattern, perform something in a train station, and I got some money. Then I said, wow, I can make money with this. And then why not I just go travel around Europe and do some performance. Then I using these skills to earn some travel money, and I run around in the world and Dubai, Japan, Korea, UK. That is what I do in the past.
So you basically made money by doing street performance.
Yeah.
Martial arts.
And also, while I doing the street performance, some people really like it, and then they will come to me, hey, I just stay in there, and can you teach me some Kung Fu, martial arts? Then I got some students sometimes. So yeah, it keeps me survive in Europe.
Okay, so you also teach martial arts lessons as well.
Yeah, exactly.
What discipline of martial arts besides Tai Chi do you know?
Actually, I learned a lot of martial arts because my whole family do martial arts. I got 8 uncles, and every uncles do different martial arts like Wing Chun, Chai Lei Fat Le, and also some Taekwondo, Karate. It's a lot.
Wow.
And because in the past, like 10, 15 years ago, not many Chinese martial artists can speak English. So that's why they are suddenly found in Europe. So I'm quite unique to get the advantage to do that.
Okay. So did you actually fought anyone when you were in Europe?
Somehow, yeah.
Is it like legal fights or is it just street fights?
Well, at that time, I'm like 18, 19 years old, so you know it. In the bar, in the street, you always have some good communication, physical contact.
Who would usually win?
Well, I just do it in 10 seconds or less than that. Because in a real fight, actually, this is my old master teach me. If you cannot knock out somebody in 5 to 10 seconds, you better run. So this is our discipline. It's 5 seconds, I knock you out, then I run. Or 5 seconds, I can't knock you out, I also run.
I'm guessing usually you don't have to run.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You want to share us a story that that you encountered when you were in Europe that you find it interesting?
Interesting things.
Like as in when people see you as a Chinese and when they know that you know Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Besides saying, oh, I want to learn from you, right? Do people come to you and say, hey, I want to fight you?
Well, most of the people first approaching me is like, oh, you know Kung Fu? Bruce Lee? So they only recognize that. So and then because they didn't know Chinese Kung Fu had almost like more than 100 different types, but they only recognize the style of Bruce Lee. So the most effective way to show them is I use the Bruce Lee martial arts. Then I start to do some Wing Chun and things, and wow, everybody will be amazed and they know what is it. Because sometimes, for example, at that time, Tai Chi is not that popular yet. So when we do Tai Chi, nobody knows it. Wait, what are you doing? It's like it's so slow motion. So we always do some more quick performance to shock them, like wow, you're so quick. So that's just how they do it. Normally they sometimes some guys who approach you, hey, gonna fight you and the thing. But I just do one thing, it's like half a second, boom, like this, and just in the nose. So people, okay, fine. So because this is a signature for the Chinese Kung Fu is the speed. It's to be very high speed because we are tiny and the speed is so quick, so they can't expect we can do such a quick motion to do it. So
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, so you mentioned that you traveled to many countries because you would do street performance and you like to travel around.
Yeah.
What is the most interesting country or place you've been in the world?
Wow, I think still it's Sweden. I really love this country.
Yeah.
Maybe because I lived there for a little bit longer, so I know more in this country. And I got more friends there. When I go to the deep forest and go to, especially the forest there, I love that because I always training in the deep forest. And I didn't go to Germany, but some of my friends say Germany also got a dark forest. It's so nice, but yeah, still I love Sweden.
I see. Now, then coming back to Hong Kong, is there other things that you didn't get used to? After like so many years traveling around?
Wow, when I first time like 2003 something, I come back to Hong Kong, I feel like I'm an alien. When I walk in the street, like every people running, and it's like every people so crowded together, and I can't really get used to it. Although I'm born in here, but the first feeling when I come back here, I feel so proud. So it's rushing so much. But I already come back for over 10 years right now. I feel get used to it. But yeah, that's a big impact when I, after a long time, didn't come back to Hong Kong. It's like, wow, shit, there's so many people. Just, yeah.
Yeah, it's the crowd and the pace that really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I understand that you focus in teaching Tai Chi.
Yeah.
And why Tai Chi?
When I doing combat training and I do a lot of competition in the international competition, and it hurts. It really hurts. And I hurt my knee, it hurt my joints, and every part of my body hurts. And luckily, I work in a hospital in Hong Kong, so I work in a hospital for 8 years. And at that time, I start to learn lots of medical knowledge, and I have lots of doctors' friends, and at that time, my knee is super pain. I can't really walking. I mean, when I walk, I feel pain. Then my very best friend is a doctor from Switzerland, and he told me to study more in Tai Chi in a medical way. At that time, I know how to play Tai Chi, but I don't know how to use it medical way. And then I learned from him and also found some interesting information from Harvard Medical School in US. Then I start to use Tai Chi to healing myself, to totally make myself recover. after a few years, right now, just today, I have no more pain in the joints. I get more better performance than before. So that's why I focus on the Tai Chi in improving on my health and also helping people.
So you're saying Tai Chi is, first of all, a martial arts that you can use to fight.
Yeah.
And also Tai Chi is something that you can heal yourself
Exactly.
with it. How do you explain it to foreigners about that? Because it's a very strange concept.
In Tai Chi nowadays, many people know Tai Chi in the park and old man just like, ooh, wow, very slow motion. But in the past, when I learned Tai Chi, slow motion is only a process. In the beginning, when you're training, you try to understand how the motion flow in slow motion and make yourself peace. But this peaceful mind, when I'm a young guy, I totally don't understand. Just know, okay, peace, just like you look at a movie. But anyway, when you fight, how can you peace? When I fight, I try to use the Tai Chi skill. The Tai Chi skills and in combat is try to grab people and twist the joints and try to lock you. So it doesn't relate it to any peace. But I use it very well. You just lock and hold it. But when I'm getting old and I finally find out the meaning of peace, then actually this is a very good status when you fight, when you can clamp down yourself and get peace and look clearly how your enemy moves. So this is something internally. So that is the difference why people don't understand Tai Chi can fight and Tai Chi can heal. So in a combat system, they got a very good locking skill and some joints destruction skills and in Tai Chi. But the peaceful part is very important. It helps you to analyze your enemy and how they move. But for healing process, and when I study medical way, it just helps you to balance your hormones and balance your whole endocrine system. So this is the difference in between healing and combat.
I see. Now, a viewer asked, how long does it take for one person to be a master of Tai Chi?
Oh, to be a master is very difficult to tell because I right now teaching Tai Chi in Hong Kong. 2 days I can teach you the whole theory, how to use Tai Chi, and then the pattern, the pattern how you show it. You at least take like 1-2 months to remember it, just remember it, and then you have to integrate it and make it nice, make it move better, smooth. I don't know how long, maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years, depends how much time you invest in it. For myself, every day I train, but some people every 2 weeks training or every 1 week training, so it really can't tell. But normally, if you want to integrate your skill better, 1-2 years is minimum. And then the time is how you can digest and think in between the combat, healing, the peaceful, this kind of very abstract things you have to digest in your mind. So it depends how you invest the time.
Okay. Have you seen some grand masters in Tai Chi that is like super good in fighting and also super good in healing themselves?
Yes, this is all in the deep mountain in China. Because when I learning Tai Chi, I learn in Hong Kong also, and I go back to China in a deep mountain, the Wudang mountain. In there, you can see some very grand master, but this is very difficult to meet them. I mean, because they hide in the deep mountain, they really like primitive people. Like
they don't use the internet.
They have no cell phone, no TV, even no toilet. They just do it in the forest. So I mean, this is so weird. I mean, you really can't find it sometimes. And they're really good at it. They're good fighters. They're good healers. And they know a lot of healing skill, how you control your body, to communicate with your body. So because right now I cannot show you, but I can tell you, when we train in Tai Chi, we can control our internal organ. The first organ I teach my student to control it is our heart, because we can control our heartbeat, quick, slow, more powerful, more weaker. This is all can control. So this is how I learned from China in the deep mountain from master. Even we can control our kidney, livers, but they have no reaction, so you can't see it. But heartbeat, where we control it, you can feel, you can check. I do it in the hospital with my friends. They just hold a blood pressure machine with me and they, okay, what you want, 40, 70, 80, so we can play around it, so it's quite funny. Yeah, so
Okay.
this is how you.
Now, I understand a lot of people are asking Master Titan to actually do demonstrations. I just want to explain to the viewers that this is actually a whole interview, meaning that this is actually an interview session. So it's actually a conversation between me and the interviewer, right? We will be doing demos later with another channel. But if you guys would appreciate the conversation and what Master Titan will talk about, feel free to stay. If not, it's okay. You can leave, or if you keep commenting in meaningless content, I'm just gonna block you. Okay? So let that be noted, so that if you don't enjoy the conversation, feel free to leave. If not, then I'm just gonna block you like that other person who said some not so constructive comments, right? So someone asked, Master Titan, sorry about the interruption, but there's a lot of comments, so we'll have to keep the people sane in doing this. What is the hardest thing to learn in Tai Chi?
Well, I can tell you example. When you're going to fight, can I ask you to smile and fight? This is quite difficult because in Tai Chi is trying to make yourself, your emotion, keep it very peace and stay. I cannot say, for example, like the water, you have to make it flatten and stay calm. So in Tai Chi, all the time you do any practice, you have to keep your emotion in a very stable, sustained in a stable way. You cannot be too happy, too sad. No, just like peace. So this piece is very difficult to control, but you have to learn how to control your emotion, because Tai Chi and fighting skills is nothing special, just like other combat skills. But the inner part is very important. Is how you control your emotion. Even you fight, you're smiling, you can feel good. I mean, it's very difficult when I teach my students when they are sparring, is contact each other and fighting. But come on, don't be angry. Just smile and fight. This is quite difficult to understand and to get rid of it when you start learning.
So it sounds like it's very much like the icon, right? It's about balancing.
Yeah, exactly. You have to balance your body and your mind only. Yeah, you have to keep your emotion very balanced. You can't be too happy but too sad. It's not okay. You have to keep it very stable.
Okay, great. And I understand that you also teach people about the martial arts, and you teach people how to heal themselves with Tai Chi.
Yeah.
And how do you do it usually?
Because right now I'm teaching in a university in Japan, Kobe University. I teach a nursing student how to use the Tai Chi skills to do some pain relief and also relax the patient's mind to make them feel more comfortable. And also some physical therapy like for example, the joints problems. When you do a certain posture, can stimulate blood flow from that area, and then you can relax it. So this is kind of a physiotherapy, but in a Chinese way. So right now I'm doing in Hong Kong. We have 3 clinics in here, and also doing some in Japan. Yeah.
Okay. And a viewer asked, can you actually learn or practice Tai Chi without a teacher?
It's possible, but difficult, because you looking at the YouTube and the video in the internet, you can learn the pattern, you can learn the posture, but you cannot learn how you use the power, because in a 2-dimensional wheel, you are difficult to tell the strength or power, and also some of the theory. If you can just for example, you listen to me right now, if you can understand it, it was great, but sometimes I have to demonstrate to you, and also we really touching each other to feel the forces or energy how you use.
Great, and you're doing great, by the way. There's still 40 people who's very interested in what you have to say, and they're tapping hearts and they're asking a lot of questions. So we're gonna. I think we want to switch a little gear because we have a limit in time. I'm going to talk a little bit about Titan's experience in Hong Kong, and then we're going to pick up some questions towards the end in about 10 minutes. Yeah. So living in Hong Kong when you were young, and then now you're back to Hong Kong for 10 years. What is it that you love about Hong Kong?
Well, still my home language, and when I'm a child, I know here already. And first time I come back here, I cannot get rid of the quick pace and the rhythm. But once I live 2 weeks and 1 month here again, and I start to love the rhythm again, because here is so quick. Everything you can do it super good, super quick. I mean, even it's so crowded, but this is the advantage because all the message or the how to say it, the information you get here is 10 times quicker than I live in Europe. Everything is so convenient. So this is one of the best thing I live here. And just for example, I can go to restaurant 24 hours here. That's just you never can have it in Europe. I mean, like 7, 8 o'clock, the restaurant gonna be closed or whatever. Just you have no other choice. But here it's like a non-stop city. So if you are young or you're energetic enough, this is the best place I can recommend to you, because I think in 10 years later I go back to Europe, but at this moment I love here.
Great. And what do you not like about Hong Kong?
Well, it's also about the pace. Somehow, if you really want to rest, you can't take a rest. For example, like yesterday, I prepared with John about the meeting, but it's like 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. in the midnight. I still got like 100 messages from my friends. They never sleep. I mean, and also my students keep WhatsApp me and WeChat and give me a message. It's like, hey, come on, I cannot take a rest, but I work 7 days a week in Hong Kong because people don't take a rest. So this is also a problem.
Do you find it very hard to balance?
Yeah,
like work and life and relationship.
Really, because living in this city, if you enjoy the pace, then you're good. But if you really want to take a rest, you better go out of this city. Because for me, when I want to take a rest to recharge myself, I travel. Then I go to the nearest country like Thailand or like Japan or like China. Then I can get some peace.
Okay. And let's see. I'll get back to the question about Rio de Janeiro. So in Hong Kong, what about your business in Hong Kong? Like with Tai Chi, what's unique about teaching or talking about Tai Chi in Hong Kong?
Well, in Hong Kong, because we have so many masters to teach Tai Chi, you can find 100 masters on the street. But I will focus on myself in the medical Tai Chi because I work in a hospital. Well, the Tai Chi I teach is mainly focused on the people who really want to improve their health. For example, they got high blood pressure or diabetes, which is very difficult to cure in the Western medicine. So we have the solution, so we will help it. And also I are working with the hospital together. So this is my style, I can say, is more in a medical way. And that's what my business in Hong Kong.
Is it also because of the difference in terms of the demand of the local market and the demand of the international market of Tai Chi?
Yeah, exactly. Because in the international market, in the martial art, in combat Tai Chi or in combat Kung Fu, is very well in the world, but not in Asia. Because Asia is the origin for Kung Fu and master, and here is a lot of masters. So we, on the other hand, focus on medical way is more unique in here. So that's why in the past I teach Kung Fu in Hong Kong, but after 2-3 years I can see the market is different. And I'm doing in Europe is super good because not many masters there. But in Hong Kong on the street you can find 100 masters there, so it's nothing different, nothing special. So I start to shift to more in the medical way because I got an advantage in the hospital. So that's why I can find some unique character right now for myself.
Okay. And what kind of patients have you treated with Tai Chi in Hong Kong?
Mainly it's 2 types of patient. One is the physically problem like the spine, knee and shoulder joint, or shoulder, the neck joints. So this is more physical we can help, because when you're doing Tai Chi, it's a lot of muscle movement and some stretching skills, so you can help yourself feel good.
Yeah.
And the other way is more internal problem like diabetes, high blood pressure, or fatty livers. This is somehow in a medical way you can only use medicine to control, but you cannot really healing or cure it. So we have the solution is to try to recover your whole internal organ by balancing your body. So this is one of our signature also.
Okay. How about people? How about patients who suffered from strokes?
Strokes, yes, also. Yeah, because this is also very related to the blood vessel health. So when we are doing the Tai Chi exercise, it's a lot of slow and deep muscle movement, which is benefit to the blood vessel to make it more healthy.
Great. Okay, so we have a time limit, and let's jump into Q&A. So this is the time where viewers, you guys, can get to ask any questions you want to Master Titan. And let's just start with anyone who has a questions for him. There was one viewer that asked if you know any Tai Chi master in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil that you can refer him to.
Yeah. I didn't go to Brazil before, so sorry, I can't really know any master there.
But we do have a website. I am promoting a website that connects the martial artists with the followers. How can I cure my strains on my ankle and thumb by Tai Chi? So if someone has a strain in ankle and thumb because she practices yoga, can you actually treat it with, like, it's a sprain? Can you actually treat it with Tai Chi?
I can tell you the theory because it's quite difficult to help you in just a few minutes.
Yes.
But I can tell you the theory, how we deal with these kind of cases. For example, you have a problem of the wrist and you twist it. And the theory is we try to use our blood flow to go to here to make it increase the blood flow, and then they will start recover. But the skill is, for example, I do one motion, maybe you can see it.
Okay.
So we using the whole posture like this one, you hold like this, and we do it like this, so you can see the shoulder and the fingers is in one line, and relax, and they breathe a little bit, pushing, and you can feel the tense and very tense in these fingers, because this tense motion you can stimulate the blood vessel, and then you got the blood increase from here, and then after 1-2 minutes you will feel the hand getting super warm, and at this time they start to recover. So every day we do 2-3 minutes of this posture can help these problems.
Great. I know, Laura, I really need to stretch my arms because I'm holding my phone all the time when I scope on the streets, and it's really straining my wrist as well.
Yeah.
I got a strain on the right side of my upper back from using mouse at work. Tips on pain.
Yeah, this is a very, very typical problem, and we have a series of exercise to help it, because this is not only you. I mean, the whole world got this problem. Like in Hong Kong, every day I got patients like that. So we got a whole series of exercise to do it. Maybe I can put it in the Master Tribes later on, so people can go to that website to see the whole videos how it can help your back pain and the shoulder pains. Because at that platform we can have more videos to show there.
I think there will be a lot of interest, of how Tai Chi can actually heal, these pains or these problems that a lot of people nowadays have. Please ask if he meets Chen Yongjun. Chen Yongjun, do you know him?
No.
Chen Yongjun, I don't know. But yes, now I want to. So, is there any? I'll pick up one more question for Master Titan. Everyone is asking about medical problems. What about back pain?
Maybe we can do more efficient on that, because I really want to help the people to deal with the pain.
Yeah.
But because first of all, is the space limited, can't do too much exercise. But John provided a very good platform for me, and this is the martial tribes. Maybe after this interview, you can leave your questions there. You can send the message in this platform, and then I can just take a look on the question, and I make the videos for the certain problem. For example, if many people asking back pain, then I will video take some exercise posture in this platform, so you can use it to deal with your back pain, or like a wrist or shoulder. So just leave the message here, and then I can see it. So, and then I prepare something, then make a good video for you guys.
Okay, great. And one last question that a viewer asked is, how do you qualify to be like a master of Tai Chi?
Well, this is the things I'm working with it right now. Because in the past, all the Chinese master, they don't have a very, how to say it, a scientific proof to qualify master. Just like, I paid this money to this master and he said, oh, you are my student and you become master. But that is. But you can't qualify it. You can make it more scientific figures. But right now, I do some very good things in Hong Kong. Because I work in a hospital, I can use a lot of medical machine, and I try to use that kind of a machine to test the Tai Chi master, and then they can have a report. For example, last time I go to the clinic and I played for, we so-called a Tai Chi machine. Actually, the medical terms, this is called a human motion. Maybe you can check it on the internet, you can see the machine. And they can test your coordination power, your endurance power, and two hands balance, how to say, the power output. So a lot of figures can check it after you step on the machine. So I'm right now doing some organize some things to make the Tai Chi master more better qualification in a scientific way. So this is one thing I'm working right now. But okay, after all, right now you have no way to judge your master which is good or not just by reputation, or you see it good or not, because this is really difficult.
Yeah, and this is the situation with a lot of Chinese martial arts. Because they don't have a certification program like in Taekwondo, you know. So a lot of time it depends on the master themselves to determine which, you know, this disciple is actually qualified to be another master, and it's very subjective per se. So, but I understand how people are, you know, requiring these information so that, you know, we hope that as technology advances, you know, as the system becomes more mature, maybe even with the help of martial tribes, we can show you more about, you know, how Tai Chi can actually do healing with the explanation of Western medicine. With the device that Titan was also talking about, because the device, where's the device from, by the way?
Well, actually, that is from Germany, but
it's
right now
device,
got four in Hong Kong.
Okay.
And also, if you really want to try to learn more about medical Tai Chi, you can just in Google you can type Tai Chi and Harvard Medical School. Then you can get a lot of information from US and Harvard Medical School, because in America they already take it into a medical aspect to do it, and all my information is coming from there also, because right now I just got the information, their laboratory experiments, and take all these things to study and translate into Chinese and teaching in Hong Kong. So actually you can check it in Google. It's free, you can always get it.
Great. Thank you, Master Titan. Okay, so guys, one thing I want you to do is, if you can do it right after the scope, please go to Martial Tribes and start following Master Titan. So after he started posting some services up there, you can check it out. Maybe it's going to be videos, maybe it's going to be some techniques, maybe it's going to be even a Skype call that you can ask him questions one-to-one so that you can better understand how Tai Chi can help you with whatever you want to learn, right? Because I only started talking to Master Titan about this, so that, you know, there's not much information on the website right now with his profile, but I'm sure he's going to be posting a lot more about his biographies and all of this, so that you guys can actually get more information out of him. How about that? Okay, so usually I will show, so we still have 40 people in the viewers, and Master Titan hasn't been seeing the screen because usually I would just scope him, but I'm just going to turn the camera this way so that you can say hi.
Wow, cool.
So this is what happens, right? You have 44 people watching you. These are the people commenting. When they like what they're seeing, they would tap on the screen so that there's hearts. Thank you very much for sharing this. It was informative and all that. Hey guys, so you guys like it? Great. Chi blocking. What about chi blocking?
Yeah, this is kind of Tai Chi very important topics is about the Chi, because we have to use the Chi to heal ourselves. So this is why we have to try to manage our Chi and understand the Chi. because right now we can explain the Qi in more medical way. You can find lots of information in the Harvard Medical School. They got a publication, some about the Qi and about blocking the Qi or how to use the Qi in more in a medical way. And if you have any questions, please just leave it in the Muscle Tribes on that message box. Because right now I didn't use it yet. I just registered today. But today I promise you I will check the website and try to publish something there. And first of all, I need your questions about, for example, you got some back pain or anything, you can put it in that mailbox. Then I can know it. Then prepare the video for you. Okay.
Yeah, so if you have any questions or comments, go to Martial Tribes and leave a comment to Master Titan so that he can answer you, yeah? And now is the interesting part. So people have been asking to do some demonstration, right? Now, we are going to scope in another channel, because this is my personal channel and you guys know about my whole interview, right? And I'm also building a channel on behalf of Martial Tribes. So what we're going to do is we're going to go outside to Master Titan's place. He has actually a facility that he practices and he teaches people in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to scope with the Martial Tribes channel. So just go, when this is over, try to follow Martial Tribes. And then in about 5 minutes, you're going to see us live, and Master Titan will actually demonstrate some Tai Chi moves. And you can also ask a little bit of questions, but there will be a little bit more like interactive motions when you go into that channel, right? So help me out. Let me just I can't show you here, but just search for Martial Tribes, MARTIAL TRIBES, and then you can hop into that channel. When you see it live, you will see Master Titan doing some moves in Tai Chi. Yeah. So time is up for this whole interview. Thank you for following. I will try to invite, but at the same time, if you can just follow it, it would be awesome, because it will be easier for me to do things. But I'll invite as well. Yeah. So thanks, RV. RV is actually a colleague of ours. You met RV before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you for this. I know I'm not supposed to scope today. Well, at least on behalf of myself. But it's very, very difficult to actually ask Master Titan to be available to actually share with us with his personal story. I find his story very, very interesting. That's why I want to share it to you guys. I will be doing more whole interviews going forward, and please go to subscriber.club to also support this this session, because if you go to subscriber.club, it's also another platform that I get support from my followers, so that if you like what you're seeing, you can actually buy a postcard from me, and it also helps me to fund these series, because usually, I treat them lunch. This is the only thing I can do to say thank you for the interviews I do. So, hey Jonathan, JK, what's up? So I'm gonna scope out, follow Martial Tribes, and then we're gonna be live again in a few minutes. Yeah.
Okay,
Peace out, guys.
See you guys in a minute.
Bye.
Bye.